Blackstone Audio presents Mystery Writers of America presents Ice Cold, Tales of Intrigue from the Cold War, edited by Jeffery Deaver and Raymond Benson.
Comrade 35 by Jeffery Deaver, read by Tom Weiner. Tuesday. To be summoned to the highest floor of GRU headquarters in Moscow made you immediately question your future. Several fates might await. One was that you had been identified as a counter-revolutionary or a lackey of the bourgeoisie imperialists, in which case your next address would likely be a gulag, which were still highly fashionable even now in the early 1960s, despite First Secretary and Premier Khrushchev's enthusiastic denunciation of Comrade Stalin. Another possibility was that you had been identified as a double agent, a mole within the GRU. Not proven to be one, mind you, simply suspected of being one. Your fate in that situation was far simpler and quicker than a transcontinental train ride, a bullet in the back of the head, a means of execution the GRU had originated as a preferred form of execution, though the rival KGB had co-opted and taken credit for the technique. With these troubling thoughts in mind, and his army posture well in evidence, Major Mikhail Sergeyevich Kavarin strode toward the office to which he'd been summoned. The tall man was broad-shouldered, columnar. He hulked rather than walked. The Globno-Rozvedivatelno Opravleni was the spy wing of the Soviet Armed Forces. Nearly every senior GRU agent, including Kavarin, had fought the Nazis 1 meter at a time on the Western Front, where illness and cold and the enemy had quickly taken the weak and indecisive. Only the most resilient had survived. Nothing culls like war. Kavarin walked with a slight limp, courtesy of a piece of shrapnel or a fragment of bullet in his thigh, an intentional gift from a German or an inadvertent one from a fellow soldier. He neither knew nor cared. The trek from his present office, at the British desk downstairs, was taking some time. GRU headquarters was massive, as befitted the largest spy organization in Russia, and, rumors were, the world. Kavarin stepped into the ante-office of his superior, nodded at the aide-de-camp, who said the general would see him in a minute. He sat and lit a cigarette. He saw his reflection in a nearby glass-covered poster of Lenin. The Communist Party founder's lean appearance was in marked contrast to Kavarin's. He thought himself a bit squat of face, a bit jowly.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?